So apparently the Chicago Bears are barely a professional football team. Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, NFL, here to talk about the Chicago Bears, who one NFL analyst and former NFL player thinks are barely an NFL team. So who is that? Well, it is Bart Scott. And I want to talk about his comments about the Bears. So basically, Bart Scott on ESPN, when they were talking about the Bears versus Packers matchup, basically said in a response to one of the other analysts at the table that, he was saying the Bears are a professional football team at the end of the day. And then he's like, oh, barely. And then he basically talked about the fact that Justin Fields, and I quote, he said, "There's nothing Fields can do to the Packers. He's not a sophisticated passer." So along with this, he said a myriad of other things, but I want to focus on these things here. And Bart Scott is a former NFL linebacker and currently an ESPN analyst. And look, this is nothing new that we've dealt with as Bears fans, right? We've dealt with this type of hate all season long, or all off season long, I should really say. And I thought for a second when the season started, and especially after the Bears got the upset victory over the 49ers, that the talk would fade away. I'm like, oh, the only way to shut people up is literally to go out there and play and prove it, right? And win football games. The Bears do that, and still it doesn't stop. Like, just here's the thing, okay? Hear me out. I am not opposed to criticism at all. Constructive criticism, totally okay with me. Got no issues. But when you say things like, there is nothing Justin Fields can do to the Packers, or he's not a sophisticated passer, or the Bears are barely a professional football team. The Chicago Bears have the most wins in NFL history. In NFL history. Okay? That's a franchise. Most retired numbers, I believe, in NFL history. We are talking about one of the greatest franchises, a building block, a cornerstone franchise for the NFL, and they're barely a professional football team. Like, this is the part that just irritates me. It's like, you're allowed to have opinions, but not when they are so flagrantly wrong. And it's one thing if you're joking, but Bart Scott just looked like he was kind of trying to joke, but it really wasn't. Like, he's like, let's be real, they're not. And it's like, what are you talking about, Bart? What are you talking about here? And again, Justin Fields not a sophisticated passer. Like, can we just ease up on the kid? Like, there's nothing he can do to the Packers. Like, I'm sorry, when's the last time the Green Bay Packers won a Super Bowl? It's been over a decade, I think. It's been that long since they've won a Super Bowl. Yeah, they can win the division all they want, but I thought the end goal was to win Super Bowl. So to me, this has nothing to do with Justin Fields, the Bears, the Packers. This has everything to do with this larger context of what I'm trying to see, what I'm seeing from people in the media that just want to make these flagrant opinions and think they can just get away with it. No, if it's a dumb opinion, you got to call it out. And I don't know why Bart Scott would say something like this. He's a former NFL player. It's not like he's just some random Joe Schmo. So to me, that's why I wanted to bring it up, because to me, it's getting ridiculous at this point. It's just really getting ridiculous. So that's just how I feel about it, folks. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys didn't see the comments from Bart Scott, man, you can literally Google it, go on YouTube, whatever the case is. It's ridiculous. Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.